Some really cool moments. Last night was, I thought, about as good as it could possibly get, and we kind of found a way to have almost as good or maybe even a better night tonight. I'm just so proud of the way that they've come out and raced for each other. This is something that we talked a lot about through the course of the year, and we knew we had a very strong team on paper, and we wanted it. We wanted it to be a different experience than we had last year, and I mean, it was awesome winning last year. But I think generally we felt like it could have been a little bit better, and making it a meaningful experience this weekend. And the 800 free relay set the tone on the first night, and we've just kind of kept rolling from there. I don't know. I mean, last night was. When I went to bed last night, just kind of reliving the day and thinking about the swims, that 200 IM was probably one of the best swims I've ever seen, certainly at the NCAA championships. And then she just absolutely destroyed that by what she did today. Yeah, it was amazing. And she's worked for this. She works hard. She has good attention to details. She's part of an incredible training group. I mean, the people that she trains with every day in that 400 IM group is amazing, in the 200 IM group, and they all should feel a part of it, because it's unlike any sort of training group I've ever seen before, and they make each other better, and that is, I think that's a huge part of her success. But when she's in a good place and just carrying really good speed, she can do some pretty amazing things. Well, I think watching it for 3 years, I kind of know what's good for her in training versus what's good for some others. Some people are like, they're just incredible trainers, and she isn't necessarily great in terms of like times that she goes, but her work ethic is on point. And I think because she gets challenged, and because she's not necessarily super fast in training, but she's working really hard, she's constantly getting pushed. I mean, between Katie and Brooke and Ali Seckley and Hannah Kukuruga and Leah Stevens, I mean, I think we had 6 people swim the 400 IM this morning, and Katie Glebinovic, right, and 4 scored. So it was, so I think she's kind of pushed in that. And you never, we talked about this actually in our team meeting tonight, as I think people get fixated sometimes on records. And as a good example, our 200 free relay, like they didn't approach that swim trying to break the record. Like, they just wanted to win. And Cal's been so good in that relay the last 3 years, and they've just gotten past us and gotten past us and gotten past us, and we've been so short. That was like they really wanted to win that, and that's what brought out the record. And so you don't kind of sit back and think like what someone can do. You try and put together a great swim based on the skill set, and that's what she did. And the time is a byproduct of that. Now, like 3:54 is kind of ridiculous, but it's still part of like that bigger picture, I think, to me. That's a senior moment, which you love. I mean, it's just like I get goosebumps now just thinking about it. She is someone that, like, when she puts her mind to a goal, she's pretty tough to stop. And I think wanting to kind of do something really great last year and setting the record at Pac-12's in some ways kind of, she had already accomplished so much that it was hard to reset. And this year, like, we just kind of kept the focus on right here this week. And my goodness, she has had an unbelievable meet. That relay swim last night, both relay swims last night, and really on a more global level for our team, relay leadoffs are something that we have a little bit struggled with. And about halfway through Pac-12s, we just talked about it. We had never really talked about it, and we just talked about it in a team meeting. It's like, we're better than this. Like, we need to have some really good relay leadoff swims. And since that point, we have been just awesome. From Draybot's 142.9 to Janet Hu's 21.6 to Allie's 50.3. She had never been under 51 in that relay before last night. To Allie again tonight at 23.5. So yeah, that was cool. She just like took ownership of it. And I think part of it is we openly talked about dialing back our emotional investment into the Pac-12 championships because of our experience last year. We just got on a run at Pac-12s, and I think over-invested maybe emotionally, and we talked about it before the meet this year, not wanting to go to that place, and that was part of why we kind of did some different events at Pac-12s to keep things fresh here, and that has certainly, I think, paid pretty big dividends. You know, Allie Howe didn't do the 100 back,
yep.
and Ella didn't do the 200 IM, and those kinds of things. And so we're at a place now where they can go to that emotional well, because we don't go there very often. And so when they do, it's fun. And I just, there's nothing better than seeing your best friends do crazy stuff, and then you want to sort of reciprocate that to them.